This the book of Enoch, y'all.
The blessing of Enoch, wherewith he blessed the elect and righteous, who will be living in the day of tribulation, when all the wicked and godless are to be removed. And he took up this parable and said, Enoch, a righteous man, whose eyes were opened by God, saw the vision of the Holy One in the heavens, which the angels showed me. And from them I heard everything, and from them I understood as I saw. But not for this generation, but for a remote one which is for to come. Concerning the elect I said, and took up my parable concerning them. The Holy Great One will come forth from his dwelling, and the eternal God will tread upon the earth, even on Mount Sinai.
I told you, man, this me. This
and
me.
appear in the strength of his might from the heaven of heavens, and all shall be smitten with fear, and the watchers shall quake, and great fear and trembling shall seize them unto the ends of the earth. And the high mountain shall be shaken, and the high hills shall be made low, and shall melt like wax before the flame. And the earth shall be wholly rent in sunder, and all that is upon the earth shall perish, and there shall be a judgment upon all men.
I told you we all dead, man.
And will protect the elect, and mercy shall be upon them. And they shall all belong to God, and they shall be prospered, and they shall all be blessed. And he will help them all, and light shall appear unto them, and he will make peace with them. And behold, he cometh with 10,000s of his holy ones to execute judgment upon all, and to destroy all the ungodly, and to convict all flesh of all the works of their ungodliness which they have ungodly committed, and of all the hard things which ungodly sinners have spoken against him. Observe ye everything that takes place in the heaven, how they do not change their orbits, and the luminaries which are in the heaven, how they all rise and set in order, each in its season, and transgress not against their appointed order. Behold ye the earth, and give heed to the things which take place upon it from first to last, how steadfast they are, how none of the things upon the earth change, but all the works of God appear to you. Behold the summer and the winter, how the whole earth is filled with water and clouds and dew, and rain lie upon it. Observe and see how in the winter all the trees seem as though they had withered and shed all their leaves, except 14 trees which do not lose their foliage, but retain the old foliage from 2 to 3 years, till the new comes. And again, observe ye the days of summer, how the sun is above the earth, over against it, and you seek shade and shelter by reason of the heat of the sun. And the earth also burns with glowing heat, and so you cannot tread on the earth, or on a rock, by reason of its heat. Observe ye how the trees cover themselves with green leaves and bear fruit. Wherefore give ye heed, and know with regard to all his works, and recognize how he that liveth forever hath made them so. And all his works go on thus from year to year forever, and all the tasks which they accomplish for him, and their tasks change not, but according as God hath ordained, so it is done. And behold how the sea and the rivers in like manner accomplish and change not their tasks from his commandments. But ye have not been steadfast, nor done the commandments of the Lord. But ye have turned away and spoken proud and hard words with your impure mouths against his greatness. O ye hard-hearted, ye shall find no peace. Therefore shall you execrate your days, and the years of your life shall perish, and the years of your destruction shall be multiplied in eternal execration, and ye shall find no mercy. In those days ye shall make your names an eternal execration unto all the righteous, and by you shall all who curse, and all the sinners and godless shall imprecate by you. And for you, the godless, there shall be a curse, and all the shall rejoice, and there shall be forgiveness of sins, and every mercy and peace and forbearance. There shall be salvation unto them, a goodly light. And for all of you sinners there shall be no salvation, but on you shall abide a curse. But for the elect there shall be light and joy and peace, and they shall inherit the earth. And then there shall be bestowed upon the elect wisdom, and they shall all live and never again sin, either through ungodliness or through pride. But they who are wise shall be humble, and they shall not again transgress.
Did you hear that? They shall be humble, and shall in no wise transgress.
Or wrath, but they shall complete the number of the days of their life, and their life shall be increased in peace. And the years of their joy shall be multiplied in eternal
I told you,
gladness and peace
33,
all the
man.
days of their life.
I got 32
A
more.
fragment from the book of Noah. And it came to pass, when the children of men had multiplied, that in those days were born unto them beautiful and comely daughters. And the angels, the children of the heaven, saw and lusted after them, and said to one another, Come, let us choose us wives from among the children of men, and beget us children. And Sinjaza was their leader, and said unto them, I fear you will not indeed agree to do this deed, and I alone shall have to pay the penalty of a great sin. And they all answered him and said, Let us all swear an oath, and all bind ourselves by mutual imprecations, not to abandon this plan, but to do this thing. Then swear they all together, and bound themselves by mutual imprecations upon it. And they were in all 200 who descended in the days of Jared on the summit of Mount Hermon, and they called it Mount Hermon because they had sworn and bound themselves by mutual imprecations upon it. And these are the names of their leaders: Simeazaz, their leader, Arakiba, Ramael, Kokabeel, Tamiel, Ramiel, Danel, Ezekiel, Barahihol, Asael, Almaros, Batzarel, Ananel, Zachiel, Samsapel. The second vision which he saw, the vision of wisdom, which Enoch, the son of Jared, the son of Mahalalel, the son of Canaan, the son of Enos, the son of Seth, the son of Adam saw. And this is the beginning of the words of wisdom, which I lifted up my voice to speak and say to those which dwell on earth. Hear ye men of old time, and see ye that come after, the words of the Holy One, which I will speak before the Lord of spirits. It were better to declare them only to the men of old time. But even from those that come after, we will not withhold the beginning of wisdom. Till the present day, such wisdom has never been given by the Lord of spirits, as I have received according to my insight, according to the good pleasure of the Lord of spirits, by whom the lot of eternal life has been given to me. Now 3 parables were imparted to me, and I lifted up my voice and recounted them to those that dwell on earth. The first parable. When the congregation of the righteous shall appear, and sinners shall be judged for their sins, and shall be driven from the face of the earth, and when the righteous one shall appear before the eyes of the righteous, whose elect works hang upon the Lord of spirits, and light shall appear to the righteous.
Do that sound like anything we've been going through, y'all?
The dwelling of the sinners, and where the resting place of those who have denied the Lord of spirits. It had been good for them if they had not been born.
Now, sinners, again, is not people who go to the club, people who go to the club, people who drink, get drunk, people who do drugs, people who smoke cigarettes, smoke cigars. That's not a sinner. Having sex out of wedlock, that's really not a sin. You know what I'm saying? That's making love. You know what I'm saying? If you in love, sometimes it's better to not have paperwork, because that paperwork is government prostitution. You know what I'm saying? Government prostitution. That's all they do with you, prostitute you. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be prostituted naked. You can be prostituted just being here. You know what I'm saying? And they using you up and using your money. That's like a pimp. You know what I'm saying? Now we got daughters and sons and mothers and stepmothers and all that are pimps. You know what I'm saying? And all they got to do is lie on the daddy. Lie on the grandfather. And all they got to do is do that, and they'll get a little money for him. And they'll give him drugs and shoot him up with all kinds of shit, illegal shit. They know goodness well they ain't got nothing to do with this man. This man God. You know what I'm saying? Listen. R.H. Charles.
Of the righteous shall be revealed.
Richard Harris.
Judged,
Charles.
And the godless driven from the presence of the righteous and elect.
righteous heaven, if you don't want to say Richard Jackson. I was president of the American Legion. Ask my boys if you go back to Bay City. Go to the records of American Legion and see all my granddaughters, all my daughters, all my, Tawana was my daughter, and Richard's wife, both of them. Every year I had to physically fill out every American Legion government card for the American Legion men and women that was veterans and stuff like that. I had to do that. Decided. I had to fill them out for Uncle Pitt, and you know what I'm saying, and have them ready at a certain time, you know what I'm saying, every year. You know what I'm saying? Tawana had to fill them out. Kathy had to fill them out. Shirley had to fill them out. Darlene had to fill them out. LaShera had to fill them out. That was Uncle Richard too wide. Before he lost his life, he just was dealing with kids, spending up money. You know what I'm saying? Staying at Mama Dear house. Not ever fixing it up. You know what I'm saying? Keeping it in the ghetto fashion. You know what I'm saying? There's one thing, Uncle Richard, to hold on to something and not sell it. But it's another thing to sell it and get a loan on it and then owe the government the rest of the time paying it off. When all you had to do is just take the land. It was Papa Charlie Brown's anyway. You know what I'm saying? He was forced like me to teach schools, to teach Yaw'll. You know what I'm saying?
So it has been established concerning me before the Lord of the Spirits. In those days I praised and extolled the name of the Lord of Spirits with blessings and praises, because he hath destined me for blessing and glory, according to the good pleasure of the Lord of Spirits. For a long time my eyes regarded that place, and I blessed him and praised him, saying, Blessed is he, and may he be blessed from the beginning and forevermore. And before him there is no ceasing. He knows before the world was created what is forever, and what will be from generation unto generation. Those who sleep not bless thee. They stand before thy glory, and bless, praise, and extol, saying, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of Spirits. He filleth the earth with spirits. And here my eyes saw all those who sleep not. And they stand before him and bless him and say, Blessed be thou, and blessed be the name of the Lord forever and ever. And my face was changed, for I could no longer behold.
See, that's all real.
And the light established before the Lord of Spirits, and the light of uprightness established forever before the Lord of Spirits. In those days mine eyes saw the secrets of the lightnings, and of the lights, and the judgments they execute. And they lighten for a blessing or a curse, as the Lord of Spirits willeth. And there I saw the secrets of the thunder, and how when it resounds above in the heaven, the sound thereof is heard. And he caused me to see the judgments executed on the earth, whether they be for well-being and blessing.
That's the internet. That you see the people who are blessed and people who are cursed. That's this internet, which y'all show on it.
For a blessing and for satisfying. In the year 500, in the 7th month, on the 14th day of the month, in the life of Enoch. In that parable, I saw how a mighty quaking made the heaven of heavens to quake, and the host of the Most High, and the angels, 1,000 thousands, and 10,000 times 10,000 were disquieted with a great disquiet. And the head of days sat on the throne of his glory, and the angels and the righteous stood around him. And a great trembling seized me, and fear took hold of me, and my loins gave way, and dissolved were my reins, and I fell upon my face. And Michael sent another angel from among the holy ones, and he raised me up, And when he had raised me up, my spirit returned, for I had not been able to endure the look of this host, and the commotion, and the quaking of the heaven. And
You know, that's what happened to me and Daniel, you know what I'm saying, when them knights dawned us with them swords on top of our heads. It was like a big mason or American Legion or Shriner deal, but it was a knight. They was making me and Daniel knights. And me and Daniel was both asleep in the truck, you know what I'm saying, dreaming at the same time. The reason I know, because me and him woke up and looked at each other, then went back to sleep trying to get back in it. Then got up and was ashamed to talk about it, but he just looked at me and we laughed and we didn't really talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But then me and Daniel was dawned as knights by God. You know what I'm saying? That was you and Daniel. And then the next morning, John and Ernest came down and they was all bent down in the truck looking all up over the glass, you know what I'm saying? John couldn't even sit up and look me face to face in my eye. After then, things changed, you know what I'm saying? I ain't well too much after that. They didn't make me well too much, and then, you know what I'm saying, I was just fire watching, doing this, doing the machine, getting the radio, get Jackson the radio, you know what I'm saying? Just to keep me out there and, you know, making money off me, you know what I'm saying? They just was doing me like that, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, man, I don't really have no squabbles or nothing like that with a family that want to stay together, man. And realize when they fucked up, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I know y'all fucked up, killing me, you know what I'm saying? And that's too many times, but then, you know what I'm saying, I much obliged, you know what I'm saying, because I always come back to daddy, you know what I'm saying. It's just that, you know, you're at the last one now. And I got 32 more years to live, TJ. I see you 67, 68, you know what I'm saying. So, you done passed 66, this Uncle Peck, this Beebe, we died at 66. This hobo, Wilson, Diane's real husband, you know what I'm saying, Mitchell, and that was her name. And it didn't have to be Clovis was a Mitchell. Clovis could have been her son, you know what I'm saying. The way things was, Louise, you know what I'm saying, I love Louise, man. Louise was my girl. Me and Louise ain't never mess around, no, but me and Louise was cool, you know what I'm saying? Now, Louise, if she knew this was gonna go the way it went, she, you know, probably would have told me about it. But then, you know, we got crossed up and I remember Louise came by, rode by me all slow and looked at me crazy and stuff. Cause I became God on the job and he ain't never been up here with her. That changed a lot, man. People didn't look at me the same no more, and I ain't looking at myself the same no more. And I want to stay high, you know what I'm saying? Stay the most high, just talk as God. Man, I used to have traffic all the way from the mall, all the way to Angleton. Unless it was a wreck or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about traffic be jammed up, man, back to back all the way from the mall. On a good day when I'm really going off, and then I went to the mall one day, got me something to eat, you know, I was sitting there eating, and then a white dude walked up with his wife, you know what I'm saying? And they sit down and he said his prayer and she said her prayer. Then he got up and he looked up and he looked at me and he told her, "That's God," in a straight out sentence, and spoke to me, and I said, "How you doing?" He said, "How you doing?" You know what I'm saying? But he told his wife, "That's God." You know what I'm saying? And somebody else looked at me, you know what I'm saying? You know, when they went in my life was when it was messed up. Then they saw all the insides of God and where I had to go, you know what I'm saying, into the middle of the earth, you know what I'm saying, to find April, Pepper, them two horses for Uncle Cuny, you know what I'm saying? I had to find them for Uncle Cuny when I first died, you know what I'm saying? Right there, you know what I'm saying? That spot right there where Pepper had April. And then they had some green palm olive liquid on their arms. And they reached in there and they got April and brought April out because she had him halfway in. And they reached in there and got her and brought her out. You know what I'm saying? April was a good horse too. Good, gentle horse. And Pepper was too. That was Lynn's horses, you know what I'm saying? Lynn, Sonya, and Queen, but then, you know, Lynn was the one that tended to the horses most of the time, you know what I'm saying? Sonya and them did too, but Lynn was the one that was the animal lover, you know what I'm saying? Sonya and Queen too, but, you know, and Pooh. But Pooh was too young, you know, when April and Pepper was really, you know, I think Pooh was coming on up there, those 6, 7, 8, 9. Before Pepper got too old, you know what I'm saying, and died, and then April got old and probably died too, you know. I don't know what horse's name Margie got out there now. You know what I'm saying? She might have one over there at Dexter's place. Dexter still got animals. So, you know, me, I Van Pettit, how you doing, man? I'm just speaking again. I see where you at. Spoke to me on Messenger, you know what I'm saying? Thank you for hollering at me, you know what I'm saying? Shoot, you and Ralph and them need to get with me, man. We need to do some things, you know what I'm saying? We need to do some things, you know what I'm saying? You know, man, being God ain't all what it's cracked up to be, but you expect a lot of things. I ain't gonna lie. I expected this to be bigger than the president. You know what I'm saying? I expect this to be, it is, Adam, it's way bigger, it's the angels. And it's a lot of people out there competing for you, for your friendship. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it ain't just women trying to get in your draw. It's men trying to just be your homeboy, man. And you be theirs, you know what I'm saying? Darren, you and Darren ran together tough, man. That was best friends right there. You and Darren, you know what I'm saying? Y'all was a team, you know what I'm saying? But you know, things happen, man, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can't go back with D-Bank. I told you, go on and get that money up there, man. When they had that 450 up there, then they had a 450 up there, man, with a paint job on that bitch. Sure did. Had a 450 parked up there and had cursive letters writing on that motherfucker. And it was parked at the bank and they had a goddamn British soldier at the bank that day guarding that motherfucker. The day I said I was gonna come to the bank and get my shit. And I told that banker that I need to talk to him. And that was the last time I really, you know, went as far as to telling the banker, you know, anything. Because I was ready to tell him my secrets. You know what I'm saying? I did tell him I was God. But I don't know what happened after that. You know what I'm saying? That's when I got killed, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I'm still here though, man. Can't go nowhere. I leave. That's facts. So Adam live forever. You know what I'm saying?